Trying to make sure everything's going right. Seems like everything's the way it needs to be, which is good. Today I'm not forging a knife. Some of you may not want to watch this video for that reason. That's fine, I understand. I'm working on replacing this handle with some gorgeous, I don't know if that's going to show real clear, with some gorgeous curly maple. You can kind of see the waves in it. See a lot of that on guitars and stuff like that. It really is a gorgeous looking wood. So anyways, this is probably the best view I'm going to be able to give you for some of the stuff I'm working on. Fella reached out to me from one of these videos, said he wants new handle put on. He doesn't like the look of the resin cast handle that's on there. He said it looks too cheap and plasticky. I get it. It's not for everybody. I kind of dig it. I think it adds a unique look to it, and when it comes to resin cast, it's guaranteed to be unique. But I can appreciate that they feel that they don't like it. Everybody likes what they like. I'm going to try to preserve this hole when I put the new handle on. That's going to be a trick. I'm going to have to really take my time here. I need to put something under there. Should be close to level. Alright. How's it go? Hey Gage, how you doing, dude? Alright. There's one down. Need to go get my punch. Take a walk with me. It's a very early morning here in southeast Arkansas. The sun's just starting to peek out over there. Wildflowers are starting to look pretty good. I'm happy about that. Hey, we got 5 people in. This is a good start to the day. May be able to nip these out. I left my big pliers on my fishing boat the other day, my catfish boat. And I really hope I didn't leave my punch there as well. That would make this a much more interesting chore. Wow, that's disappointing. Jason, I'm glad I'm doing this for you. Whenever I put a handle on a knife, this is not a knife I made. Whenever I put a handle on a knife, you can see there's no residue from any epoxy on here. Even if I am putting pins in it, I always put epoxy because it's just good business. It keeps any moisture out. Whoever made this knife, Circle K, they didn't put any epoxy in here to seal this. Wow. This is why you order custom, guys. A custom maker will always take care of you. And will always take care of your blade. That's very disheartening. And I always thought Circle K knives were supposed to be fairly good quality. Wow. That kind of irritates me. Hey Kyle, how's it going? Yeah, like I said, that irritates me because it's not really good business to not have the epoxy there. Oh God, don't get me started on cold steel knives. Don't get me started on cold steel. Spyderco makes a decent knife, yes, absolutely. They are what I would call your entry into higher quality knives. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that depends on the blade you get from them. Some Spyderco knives are complete and total garbage, but you're going to have that with any. And again, this is opinion because, that's what it is. I already did, Kyle. I already said hello. I'm not going to be looking at the screen for a second because I really have to focus on this part. I do not want to tear myself up. I actually carried a K-bar. Yeah, I'll show you guys again. You can see very clearly here. There is no residue whatsoever I'll pour a little water on it just to prove the point. There's no residue from any epoxy on this blade, which tells me no epoxy or glue up was used. You can see clearly no epoxy was ever put on this blade. That's garbage. That's bad business. As far as using K-bar goes, or getting any K-bars, yes, carried a K-bar for a while. I mean, for the duration of my Marine Corps enlistment, I carried a K-bar. I liked it well enough. It did the job that I asked of it, but would I carry one on a daily basis? No. Just, I have no use for something like that for a daily carry. They're great knives. Yeah, I'm not going to EDC a K-bar. If I was to EDC any store-bought or big brand knife, it would be a Benchmade Bug Out. I believe, hands down, it's one of the best knives ever made. Back over to the anvil. The Benchmade Bug Out, it's elegant, it's clean, it has a reliable lock. I've never had an issue with the clip breaking on it, but I'm also not abusive to my blades. I'm very gentle with them. They get used, but I don't beat them up. I have no need to. Okay, there's that. I'm sorry there's a lot of back and forth. I don't have a mini anvil in my shop yet on the inside, so I need to get one. But that requires money, and I don't feel like spending that kind of money right now. I could always make one, but that still requires money. Alright. I want you guys to see the difference in what a big brand does versus what I do. You can see they didn't put a very good cleanup on this. There's actually a little bit of pitting and some rust going on here. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up. Alright, man. You have a good one, Gage. Thanks for the like, whoever sent it. I do appreciate that. It does help. Helps get the video out in front of others. And that's the goal. That's my end goal, is to do this full time. Okay. I actually might be able to pull this off to where I can get both handle slabs out of the same piece of scale material. That would be cool. Okay, so first things first. Let's go ahead and make my first drill. Making sure I keep this perfectly flat up against there. Alright, now I need to put a handle pin in just to hold it in place. I know I've got several around here. Where are you at? I normally keep them on my metal tray. They're not on my metal tray today, so let's see here. This might work. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. This is why I don't, even though I don't use my Dremel, I always keep my Dremel bits handy. Never know when you're going to need one. Oh, wrong side. And look at that fit up. Beautiful. Seamless. Custom is the way to go. There's a reason for that. We will take care of your product. The big brands, yeah, they do make the knives. And there's nothing wrong with the knives they make 9 times out of 10. This maker just annoyed me this morning because they didn't bother to do what I consider to be the bare minimum. Some people are probably saying, dude, you're being way too anal about this. There's a reason. Somebody spent money on this product. They should receive a fantastic product. Okay, back to work. Just to give you guys an idea of what this will look like. Finished out. Beautiful seamless fit and finish. I mean, you can't get much better than that. can. But it would have to come from the factory that way, and obviously the factory was incapable. Sorry, I know I'm beating a dead horse, guys. But there's a reason for it. Makers, do better. Take care of your customers so I don't have to do your job for you, please. I don't mind doing it. It does help me pay my bills. But please, do better. Yeah, it was poor workmanship that got me into knife making. And it does appear that it'll be poor workmanship that'll keep me busy. Cool. I'm going to have to tap this into position a little bit. And then I've got to go hunt down some epoxy. But I wanted to make sure you guys could see a proper fit up, the way it should be done. So that way you ensure you get a good knife the first time, every time. Now, this knife has been force fit in, this handle has been force fit into position. No gaps. There'll be no gaps anywhere on this. And it will have some epoxy, which is the way it should be done. Makers, do better. Other than that, this fit up was actually really good. The finish and fit, I have no problems with. I'd like to have seen this cleaned up a little bit more, but I mean, it's not bad. The grind line looks to be even. It's a little uneven right here, but it's probably hand ground. So I cannot complain about that. But remember, folks, these are issues that you get with store-bought that you won't get with a custom store. Anyways, I've got this done. I'm going to have to go hunt down some epoxy. I think I've got some inside my shop. If I don't, I'm going to have to go buy some so I can make sure I don't repeat this maker's mistakes. And then I got to work on my wife's knife too. So if you guys don't mind, please, on your way out, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe. Helps me out a lot. And it's free for you. It doesn't cost you a dime. All it costs is about a half second of your time, however long it takes you to click the subscribe and like button. Thanks again, folks, for watching. I know it wasn't a very long video, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick glance into my world. Thanks again.